Hi guys, Louis in the UK, in his kitchen. Remember, I'm just a fan. I'm not a researcher. Got me cup of tea. What I do is very simple. I come together with a group called Team Elvis, and we defend Elvis and Lisa on the bloodline. We love doing it. So while I've got this hat on, I'll tell you in a minute. But first, I must, if I can make it work, I must play our intro. Come on, guys, let's do the intro. Let's see if it's on my... let's have a look, see if I can find the bloody thing first. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? There it is.
The Elvis Truth Files, defending Elvis.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to line up the video that we are going to review. Now, we reviewed this
You and I have both been.
We reviewed this last night, but it was on a live stream. I wanted to do this as a video because I think this video is one of the most important videos I've seen for exposing Priscilla. So, of course, we are not happy that Priscilla was running around America and will probably around Europe now, pushing this book of lies. This, to me, is a book of lies. Just my opinion for entertainment purposes, not a fact. I'm just a YouTube channel for entertainment purposes where we discuss different opinions, not facts. This book is a book of lies, has twisted the truth, is another attempt to brainwash the public to believe that Priscilla was a victim and has done nothing wrong. Priscilla has never apologized for any wrongdoing, ever. I challenge you to find me one video, one interview where Priscilla says, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Just one. I challenge you. Please send it me because I've never found one. Remember, this book also, a book of lies, painted Priscilla as a poor victim and Elvis as the bad guy. A book of lies. A BS. Bullshit. In my opinion. It's trash. So, a parcel came through today from very far away, from Karen and Donna Presley. Sent me a gift. You can see I'm wearing it. A lovely hat. If I go and see Priscilla, I haven't decided yet, on Saturday at 7:30 in Bristol Hippodrome. It's like a big theatre. It's half an hour from here. Yeah, it's a train journey there, train journey back. If I go, I'm going to wear this hat because I want to look a bit different. I don't want them to recognise me. There's a possibility they may recognise me. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Does Priscilla even know who I am? There's also a possibility Priscilla has no idea who I am. Never even heard of me. I don't know, guys. Put it in the comments. You think Priscilla knows who I am? Don't know, guys. Do any of them know who I am? Does Riley know who I am? I have no idea. But if I do go, I am going to wear this hat that was bought to me by Donna Presley and Karen. Bought this. And they have sent me Donna's book. Donna's book. Now, I think this is an updated edition. Yeah. So it says on it, Nashville, Lorraine Presley Pritchett, Elvis as I remembered. Obviously, Donna's mum. I'm pretty sure Donna's mum wrote this book. Yeah, Nash, Vernon's sister. So to you hater channels out there that think Donna is not Elvis's first cousin, her mum wrote this Elvis book. Her mum is Vernon's sister. Look. So stop posting your disgusting lies and your trashy videos that trash poor Donna Presley and try to accuse her of not being Elvis's first cousin, you make fools of yourselves. Carry on digging your hole deeper and lose all of your followers, because you've already lost 80% of your followers already. So if you carry on ruining your own channels, go ahead, guys. That's how dumb you are. So this book is lovely. It suits me because it looks very easy to read. One flower while I live. I think that's what it says. One flower while I live, with Donna K. Presley. So obviously Donna's in this as well. I am going to read some of this. What I will do is I'll read the introduction first. We'll give it a little review. And you know, I don't like reading, guys, but I may attempt reading the first chapter. Let's just have a look. Gosh, me and reading, we don't get on. We don't get on. Walking with God at Gracelands. Wow. I hope the chapters are not too long. Karen, I'm not good at reading. The other thing, I was going to read the dedication. Then there's the preface and the foreword. Then you have One Flower While I Live, Elvis Presley. And it starts off, my mother once confided in me a memory that she carried close to her heart at the funeral of his beloved mother, Gladys. Elvis sat beside her, overcome with grief, surrounded by flowers and that were sent in sympathy. He told her he would gladly return to driving a truck if it could only bring back his mother. I 100% believe that. That is lovely. I wasn't expecting to read that. He would gladly return to driving a truck if it could only bring back his mother. Gladys. Oh, beautiful. Then the tears in his eyes, he said he would rather be given one flower while he was alive than a million after he was gone. Beautiful, beautiful. It was in that moment of sorrow and honesty spoken to the aunt that he loved and trusted, which is obviously Vernon's sister, Elvis's aunt, Aunt Nash. Nash is Donna's mum. Yeah, that the title of this book was born. Okay, so now we know how the title was born. Then there's a section here that says the roots of faith and family, and then we're going to do that. We're going to go through some of this book. Thank you so much, Donna Presley. Beautiful. We're going to go through this book, guys. Oh yes, I will read the back page because this seems to come up a lot. Elvis Presley. Look at the back. You can try and let me see if I'll hold it close. See if you guys can do a screenshot. This is obviously Elvis's handwriting. It's a little bit blurry. Obviously written by Elvis Presley. He initials it. There was a guy that said one time, he said, you've never stood in the man's shoes or saw things through his eyes or stood and watched with helpless and, sorry, I can't read that, with helpless hands. There we go. Watched with helpless hands while the heart inside you dies. So help your brother along the way, no matter where he starts, for the same God that made you, made him too. Treat everyone as equals. Beautiful. Elvis's own words. Very, very special. I've got a feeling this book's going to be very special, guys. One Flower While I Live, and we now know why it has that title. Yeah, so beautiful. Right, it's a shame that we have to go from something so beautiful to something so... Whew, this is pretty out there. We did this last night. I felt... Now, you got to understand here, guys. it is awkward to defend Elvis. We do have to stand up to the trashers. There's quite a few. I named a few of them in our last video. But this has to be done. Yeah? We can't just stand back and allow the damage that a book like this is doing to poor Elvis and Lisa and other people. We can't do it. We can't just go, okay then, don't worry about it, carry on. No. As Donna Presley said, Elvis's first cousin, there's a time when silence isn't going to work. Silence isn't going to work. She worded it differently, but enough is enough. That's where Donna Presley is. She wants to stand up for herself and for the Presleys, and of course, her cousin Elvis. We've already had these hater YouTube channels, fake Elvis channels, fake Elvis fans trying to attack Donna. It's already happening. It's an absolute joke that people that call themselves Elvis fans attack Elvis's first cousin. Could you imagine what Elvis would think about these two fake Elvis channels and these few little minions that follow them? These bitter, hateful people follow these two hateful channels that are supposed to be Elvis fans. What would Elvis think of them? What would Elvis think of those two disgusting YouTube channels that attack his cousin? What would Elvis think of their little disciples, their little followers that are full of hate and rage and bitterness and jealousy and envy? How do these people even look in the mirror? How do they even sleep at night? They call themselves Elvis fans. You ain't Elvis fans. You are far from it. You are just bitter, hateful, angry people. My guess is that you were probably bullies as children as well. You are the playground bullies, aren't you guys? The two channels and your few followers. There's not many followers left now. These two channels have lost most of their followers. You're a bunch of little bully children, and bullies must be stood up to. Okay, guys, as I said, it's awkward going for something so beautiful as Nash and Donna's book, and then we have to show this video, which is one of the ways that we must defend. There are not many people prepared to speak up in the way that these two girls do. I mean, they're very extreme in their views. A lot of what they say is alleged to be proven, allegations. But guys, the amount of wrongdoing from Priscilla over the last 40 years to Elvis, to Lisa, and to other people, I would say to Riley, Finley, and Harper as well, is extreme. We're horrified by the behaviour of Priscilla Presley. Now, this has never been about hate for me. This has always been about how do we get the truth out there for Elvis so he can be seen in a true light. Same goes for Lisa. How do we get the truth out there for Lisa so she can be seen in a true light? Unfortunately, we have to play videos like this, where there's people that have the courage to just speak out, not scared of being sued, of lawsuits, of being shut down. They just speak their mind, freedom of speech. They say what they're going to say. Sometimes it can be very brutal, but sometimes you need to be brutal, unfortunately. It doesn't sit right with me. I won't take it to that extreme, but I still think that when there's these few people that are prepared to speak up on behalf of poor Elvis and Lisa, we must let them have their say. So we're going to play it. We're going to review it a little bit. I'm going to let these women speak. And once this is done, I do have a couple of press releases concerning Donna Presley and the fact that she is prepared to stand up to Priscilla Presley. Now, remember, it takes a lot of courage to stand up to someone as powerful as Priscilla Presley. In fact, Donna has stayed silent for a long, long, long time. I would say as long as 40 years. Donna feels that the Presleys have been disgustingly treated, cut off by Priscilla. Donna feels that Priscilla has done some serious damage to Elvis's image, reputation, his legacy. Donna doesn't agree with the fake, unfair portrayal of her cousin Elvis by Priscilla, by family members like the Stanleys and the Smiths. She feels now that the time has come where Priscilla must be challenged. She just wants to defend her family. This isn't even about anything other than that, really. She wants to defend her family, the Presleys, her cousin, Elvis. She grew up with them. She lived with them. You get it? It's mum, dad, uncle, auntie. You get it? Cousin. Home. She's a genuine Presley. She grew up at Circle G Ranch as well as Graceland, and she spent many years. Her parents lived at Circle G Ranch and Graceland, even worked with Elvis. She worked alongside Vernon right until more or less till the day he died. Donna really does know the Presleys. They really are her family. She was around all of the Presleys, not just Elvis. She was there when Priscilla first came. She remembers Priscilla first coming to live at Graceland. Her memories are very clear. And she doesn't like what Priscilla's doing and has done, even to her own daughter, even to her own grandkids. She doesn't like it, doesn't agree with it. She doesn't agree with the trashing of the other people as well. That's another story. Other family members, other Memphis Mafia members. Now, I'll leave that for Donna to say. Yeah? I'm not here. How can I say it? She's going to have things she wants to say. Okay, guys? So there's a lot more to come. Of course, Donna has a beautiful YouTube channel called Donna Presley Official, where she's going to share some beautiful memories, but she's also going to stand up for her family, the Presleys and Elvis. She's a Presley. She's strong. She has courage. She has dignity. She has self-respect. She wants self-respect for Elvis, for the Presleys, for her family. These people have tried to take away their dignity. These people have damaged and trashed Elvis's reputation. She's there for them. This is why this is so important that we play this video. Okay, guys? I'm going to try not to interrupt too much because I don't have much time. But let's just play it. I will say a few things. I know this is pretty close to the knuckle. Some of the things in this I'm a little bit uncomfortable with. I still think we must do it. Right, I just want to make sure that you guys can see what I can see. And thank you for the hats, Karen and Donna Presley. Thank you. I will wear it with pride. And if I go and see Priscilla, I will wear it to Bristol at the theatre, the Hippodrome Theatre, at 7:30 on Saturday. This Saturday coming. Thanks, guys. At the moment, I don't really want to go, but I may change my mind.
You and I have both been following this with really, really forensic attention. She has been making the rounds on morning television, and
meaning Priscilla. Now, Priscilla has been going around America with these many interviews, telling, I think, in my opinion, telling lies, twisting the truth, looking for sympathy, playing the victim, accusing different people of things. She's even attacked Michael Jackson. I don't like the way she talks about her daughter. I think it's demeaning. I definitely don't like the way she talks about Elvis. She never apologizes for any of her wrongdoing, never takes any responsibility for how she has basically trashed and lied about the Elvis and the Presley, about Elvis and the Presleys and Gracelands and the Living Museum for over 40 years.
talking about the last time she saw her daughter. Now, before that, we have to get into the bulk of this New York Times piece. So I'm just going to set the table a little bit. The 80-year-old would-be Queen of Graceland and self-appointed gatekeeper of all things Elvis, which is so...
I like that. That I have to say something on that. Self-appointed. Why is Priscilla, the ex-wife who divorced Elvis 4 years before he died, the spokesperson for Elvis and the Presleys and Graceland and the Living Museum and any event that is Elvis related, in fact, anything related to Elvis? Why has Priscilla, who was seriously unfaithful, who was not his widow, the marriage was very brief, literally a few years before it all went wrong, she was multiply unfaithful. Why is she the spokesperson for Elvis and the Presleys? Why? Why? I don't get it. What happened? Elvis would be turning in his grave knowing that Priscilla has became the self-appointed spokesperson on behalf of Elvis and everything Elvis. She says that the only reason Elvis is remembered is because of her. The only reason Graceland exists and the Living Museum at Graceland exists is because of her. It's bullshit. None of it is true. she did jump on the bandwagon and run with it and milked it for every penny she could, for every cent she could. But she isn't the reason. And she definitely is not the reason Elvis is remembered. 100%. She is not the reason Elvis is remembered. We all know why Elvis is remembered, don't we? Let's keep going.
Pathetic and so ghoulish, has been making the media rounds for her new memoir. Trust me, do not buy this book. I have it. I've read it. Don't buy it. It's called Softly as I Leave You. Now, if that isn't a Freudian title for days, given what?
Softly as I Lied to You. And I keep saying this, there's nothing softly about this book. The way she left Elvis. There was nothing softly about how she left Elvis and the way she treated Lisa. Nothing. We are going to start going through this book. I have no time in the day. If anyone has the audible version, please send it me, because I can't stand reading. I have started reading bits of it. I have had quite a few reviews sent to me. We're going to start going through the different reviews that I've got. At the moment, I'm struggling for time, trying to fit everything in. Obviously, me and Donna Presley are working together with Karen. Karen's adorable. She's very important to me. Karen is Donna's manager and close friend. So too much to do, guys. Not enough time in the day. People keep moaning that I make so many videos per day. I do about 3 or 4. That's not enough. I need to do 10. Of course, I'm very grateful to our new subscribers. Well over 200 new subscribers. New members, thank you. It's only $1, I think, or $1.50 to be a member. It helps support the channel. Thank you so much. I've had some of you buy me a coffee and send me a super thank you. I'm very, very grateful, guys. Anyone that thanks me in any way, I really do appreciate it. I even get sent gifts. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's keep going.
What we are talking about. So there, of course, is only one question any of these so-called journalists should be asking Priscilla Presley, which means, of course, they are not asking her. So we here at The Nerve will do it, okay? And that question...
They will. These girls, they don't mince their words, guys. Let's keep going.
Of course, is, hey, did you kill your daughter as alleged in a lawsuit by 2 of your former business partners so that you could wrest control of an estate founded by your ex-husband who...
Oh, God. Oh, my God. These girls... we did this last night, guys, but I wanted to do it as a video because I find that you get one lot of people that watch the videos, you get another lot of people that watch the lives. I want to make sure that this gets out there, yeah? The more people that watch this, the better. Because these people are brave enough to challenge Priscilla on a massive stage. This program is watched by tens of thousands of people. The Nerve. It's a great YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. And thank you to these ladies for doing this. Honestly, guys, this takes courage. These girls have got a lot of courage. Let's keep going with it, guys. But...
died 48 years ago and whose last name you still drag around like a grave robber, like
and I like the whole grave robber thing, guys. She gave up the name. She confused me because sometimes Priscilla uses the name Bulow, other times she uses the name Presley. She does drag it around because she gave up that name and they divorced. You don't... okay, some people do keep the name when they divorced, but she did. She gave it up and then took it back after Vernon died. That ain't normal. She keeps saying that Elvis is the love of her life, even though she spent decades with other men and that she divorced him because she was multiply unfaithful. How can Elvis be the love of her life in 2025? It's like 60 odd years after. Come on, guys. It makes no sense. Are the public that foolish to believe it?
a crypt keeper. Okay, first I am going to read the salient piece of this lawsuit filed against Priscilla by her former business associates, Brigitte Cruz.
Of course, I always say this. Me and Bridget talk. We talk for hours. And Bridget is saying she can prove everything in the lawsuit. Everything. Every word of it. In this massive lawsuit.
And Kevin Fialco. According to a report by Matt Stevens in the New York Times dated August 15th, 2025, I quote from the New York Times piece, in the court papers, lawyers for Ms. Cruz and Mr. Fialco also made a bold accusation that is sure to escalate the dispute. Do you think? After Lisa Marie was rushed to the hospital in 2023 following a cardiac arrest, the lawsuit says, quote, Priscilla pulled the plug, end quote, on her daughter as part of an effort to, quote, regain control, end quote, of the family trust.
So I'm getting messages from Donna and Karen, Donna Presley and Karen there. We're going to discuss that later. But guys, we've all heard the allegations. It's gone around the world. I just want you to know, guys, that I am going to be reading out some of these press releases concerning Donna Presley. Probably after here, I'm going to go live. But come on, guys, it's scary, isn't it? I know that people say this is so extreme, it can't be true. I know many people laugh at it and ridicule it and think there's no way this could be true. Who knows, guys? Someone says there was brain activity when the machine was unplugged. Why didn't Riley why wasn't Riley allowed to get there before the machine was unplugged? The DNR, I know that it isn't a machine unplugging, but it's the do not resuscitate. We know that Lisa Marie signed an order to be resuscitated in these circumstances.
Priscilla, the Times continues, this is quoting the lawsuit, excuse me. Priscilla, who knew that Lisa was in the process of taking steps to remove her, Priscilla, as the sole trustee of Lisa's irrevocable life insurance trust.
And guys, we've proved this. We found a document showing this, that Priscilla did know that Lisa wanted her off trust.
Saw an opportunity to regain control, the lawsuit said. Priscilla had acted, the lawsuit said, even though Lisa Marie had an advance healthcare directive. These are things that are in writing. They are legal documents in place that made clear that she wanted her life, quote, to be prolonged as long as possible.
We've seen this document, guys. Let's keep going.
A lawyer for Ms. Presley, Marty Singer, condemned the allegation in a 2-page statement in which he called the new filing, quote, one of the most shameful, ridiculous, salacious, and meritless lawsuits I have seen in my practice. I've not read the 2-page document, but that little sentence fragment is not a denial, just my opinion.
Good point, actually. I never thought of it that way. I mean, we've read this out before, the lawyer, Marty, get his name, Marty Singer, whatever it is called anyway. Actually, she hits the nail on the head. He doesn't deny it, does he? He just says it's a load of bullshit. And he comes up with these stupid examples to try and ridicule it and laugh at it. But he doesn't deny it.
Z, what do you make of this bombshell allegation?
I mean,
so Kingsley, a beautiful lady, by the way, on the last show was wearing a TCB jumper, pullover, whatever you call it. She's an Elvis fan. She's an Elvis fan, guys. Let's keep going.
ever since she walked away from Elvis, Priscilla Presley has proven that one thing matters most to her, squeezing every last drop out of the Presley name, no matter who gets crushed in the process, from staking her claim in Graceland to fighting her own granddaughter in court. Just a day after Lisa Marie's death, poor Riley's getting emails and calls from her grandmother's attorneys. And she says later on that was traumatic to her. There's a through line of greed that follows Priscilla's story. It's not about preserving Elvis.
Oh, I love that. A through line of greed. It's true though, guys. Go all the way back. Look at all the divorces. I personally think there were 3 divorces. I've looked into it. People always say there was 2. I think there was 3. When she placed that debt on Graceland, that was a 3rd divorce. That was another try for more money. Just my opinion, guys.
Elvis's legacy. It's about preserving Priscilla's bank account, and the collateral damage, whether it's Elvis, Lisa Marie, or Riley, has never seemed to slow down.
And that is shown by when poor Lisa Marie, God rest her soul, dies. Within 24 hours, and we know this from Riley's email, that everyone knows about now, Riley Q, her granddaughter's email, that within 24 hours she was there with her lawyers trying to grab everything. Priscilla was trying to grab everything back. Keep power. Be the queen of Graceland. Riley was trying to tell her off. What are you doing? You're going to sue me. I'm your granddaughter. What are you up to? Go and find the email, guys, from Riley Q. It really tells you a lot.
And in her book that you mentioned earlier, she writes about Lisa Marie's death and her side of the story when she talks about this decision to remove her daughter from life support. She says that doctors informed her Lisa Marie had no quality of life at all and little brain activity. A little is more than none.
Come on, any one of us would have tried our best to try if there was any hope of bringing Lisa back. Forget Lisa. If it was one of our kids, our children, you do whatever you can. And even say that there was no hope, you at the very least would have waited for Riley, the daughter, Lisa's daughter, and, you know, the family to say goodbye before you turn off the machine, unplug the machine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a little is more than none. And to you rip her off of life support before Riley could get there. I think that that's horrific.
Shocking. Shocking. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. It's probably the biggest point that is questioned on my YouTube channel, Defending Elvis. It's one of the biggest things that people keep saying. Why didn't they wait for Riley?
Horrific.
Now, in the Lisa Marie memoir that was published posthumously, which her daughter Riley helped complete, and in the book, there are two narratives that are being told. One is Lisa Marie talking in the first person. One is Riley speaking in the first person. And Riley writes about getting the news that her mother is in the hospital. Her father, Danny Keough, calls her and says, honey, it's not looking good. You need to come home. She was off working. She gets on the first plane to LA. And while she's in midair, she is texting her father and saying, just tell me, just tell me. She can sense her mother has gone. Mm-hmm. Now,
we've all heard this, haven't we? It's so sad, so heartbreaking.
If this is true, and Priscilla's telling different versions of this story, by the way, which is highly suspect. There should be one version. When you're,
it's true though. We keep seeing these interviews. At the moment, they're all in America, and the story keeps changing. Doesn't make sense. What's going on? Something doesn't seem right.
One, but we've got multiple, and we're going to get into that. You would think that if Priscilla, in fact, were at the bedside of her daughter, she would say, keep my daughter on these machines until her own daughter, who is in the air, can get here and say her goodbyes. Would you not?
Oh my gosh, that's so true. And one thing that I think is important to mention too, according to this lawsuit, is that her team claims that Priscilla demanded that they issue a statement to the media immediately following her daughter's death so she could control the narrative. I mean, who's thinking that way? Your daughter's just died. Don't you want to curl up in a ball and sob and just rot? I mean, I'm not thinking I better call Entertainment Tonight.
You know, I find Priscilla Presley ghoulish for many, many, many reasons. And one of them is the competing versions of events in Lisa Marie's book, finished by Riley, and Priscilla's new memoir, which is allegedly about her life after Elvis. But I mean, hey, if you want to read paragraph upon paragraph, page upon page, what it was like to do Dancing with the Stars in 2008, this is the book for you.
Enjoy.
Okay. This is the riveting life events that are led by one Priscilla Presley post Elvis. Okay. We don't have a lot to offer. We do not.
I tell you what, these girls have got guts. They've got courage to talk in this way. I'd be too scared to talk like this. I'd be like, it's for entertainment purposes, it's for entertainment purposes, just an opinion, just an opinion. Not these girls. They just go, okay.
But Lisa Marie wrote in about as much detail as you could tell she could muster or want to share about Priscilla's live-in boyfriend molesting her beginning at the age of 10. Mm-hmm. And then she goes on, it happened.
Which is so disgusting. Let's have a look. Let me just get the book. I have read quite a lot of this book, guys. It's 10 times worse than you'd expect. This book is absolutely disgusting. Michael Edwards admits it many times. Repeatedly keeps saying that he loved her in the wrong way as an adult and she was a child. It's absolutely disgusting. Michael Edwards should be arrested. We want justice for Lisa Marie. I have to say, it's allegations, not proven. Disgusting. Don't forget, Lisa puts it in her book, From Here to the Great Unknown. Riley Keough keeps it in there. And we know about the Howard Stern interviews where Lisa mentions it. It's disgusting.
While I was 11, while I was 12, while I was 13. And she writes that Priscilla knew, and in some substance, Lisa's versions of events really didn't do anything. Talked to him once, said it was a big misunderstanding. Priscilla's book, her current book, again, I don't put a penny in this woman's pocket. She's disgusting. She's like, yeah, it was a big misunderstanding.
I mean, well, that's BS, because Michael Edwards, the former boyfriend that we're talking about, admitted to having sexual attraction to Lisa Marie in his
10 years old.
Yeah, 1988 book, Priscilla, Elvis, and Me. It's there. It's in print. He admitted feeling a sick feeling and craving Lisa sexually. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And so for Priscilla to try to write that off and to try to dismiss that as nothing, I mean, just.
So you know what? I need to find that section. Yeah. Obviously, I've got the book. I haven't read it yet. I know a lot of you have read it. Loads of you have been sending me clips. Send me that Michael Edwards bit. I will go off and have a look, see if I can find it, where Priscilla tries to belittle it and make excuses for it, which is ridiculous. Priscilla should be apologizing for the disgusting stuff that happened to her poor daughter, who is now not with us. I don't like saying this, but Priscilla has carried on as if nothing has changed. Since Lisa died, she has carried on like nothing has changed. It doesn't make sense. She's hell-bent on just making more money, traveling the world, personal appearances. She's loving life. She's never been happier. I don't understand it. Us parents who have children and grandkids, we don't understand how Priscilla at 80 years old can carry on as if nothing has changed. Happier than ever. Running around the world doing these interviews, trashing her own daughter, trashing Elvis. She does it very slyly, very subtly. She says the sweet stories, and she throws the digs in. Get it? Oh, yes, his voice was beautiful, but... Oh, Lisa was lovely, but... That's Priscilla's game. Horrific.
Acknowledge the fact that you were a crap mom that thrust your kid onto Scientology. And I mean, Lisa Marie.
I don't even have to add to that, do I? That's a whole nother week of live streams and videos. Disgusting. And she even knew that Elvis was against Scientology.
Goes into a little bit of that in her book as well. I'm so frustrated.
And recently, Priscilla has said, oh yeah, actually Scientology was good. It did some good. Bullshit. It completely messed up the head of your daughter. I reckon it probably had a damaging effect on Benjamin and Riley. Seriously, guys.
Frustrated with her because I feel like she reeks of this greed and she's shameless in her execution. She just doesn't care that she looks like this piggy bank.
It's psychopathic.
It does, yeah. And we the fans feel that way, that the Presley name and Gracelands and Elvis Presley Enterprise is a credit card, is a cash cow, is a debit card. Money, 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 money.
Yeah. And what is striking to me is right now we are seeing these ghouls just out there promoting their ghoulishness and their, what I think, is Priscilla homicidal? I don't know. But this doesn't look good. And this is just my opinion. It doesn't look good. It's very Liz Gilbert adjacent to me.
It doesn't look good, though, does it, guys? This is going around the world now. Bridget Cruz, once she announced her lawsuit, guys, I talk with Bridget Cruz quite regularly. She's, I actually get on well with Bridget Cruz. She's obviously the big GWS auctioneer. And she's, all these massive lawsuits, it's all about Bridget feeling that she has been badly treated, owed a lot of money, and let down by a good friend. Because Bridget was good friends with Priscilla. She feels completely betrayed. She feels that Priscilla has now shown a very dark side to her personality that she never saw before. Because Bridget at one point did trust Priscilla. So all of it, guys, it's a mess.
out there, Oprah, morning shows, the New York Times, anybody will have her. Hey, I plot.
It does feel that way. She wants to be on everything. She loves spotlight. She loves fame. She loves attention.
Plotted to murder my dying girlfriend when it just became too much bullshit for me to deal with. Aren't I cute? Buy my book. Kinsey, what is going on in the culture? You know, to your point, by the way, Lisa Marie wrote, not only was she molested seriously, probably raped by this guy, let's get real, but he would beat her and throw furniture at her. And Priscilla knew about it.
He was bad. Michael Evans was bad news. As far as I can tell, they were having cocaine parties, obviously even sex parties, whilst Lisa was living with them.
And still Priscilla did nothing.
I think there's even a mention that Priscilla did cocaine with Lisa.
I mean, are you kidding me? And then Priscilla goes on like the Today Show and all manner of bullshit. And she's like, my daughter was a lot.
She wanted to die.
My daughter was so...
Yeah, oh, this is the other disgusting bit. That Priscilla goes on worldwide TV. My daughter didn't want to be here. She didn't want to be here anymore. She wanted to die, even though her kids are living. Riley, Finley, and Harper. It's disgusting. What child, even grown child, adult child of Lisa, would want to hear their grandmother or their mother's mother tell the world, my daughter wanted to be dead? What does that say about the relationship between the mum, Lisa Marie, and her children, Riley, Finley, and Harper? It's horrific, guys. Horrific that a grandmother can go on worldwide TV and go, yeah, she wanted to be dead in front of her grandchildren, in front of Lisa's children. It's disgusting. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen, ever, from anybody, ever.
Troubled. I wonder how she got that way. You know, I mean, it's not like she was 8 years old and at Graceland when her father died on the toilet and saw his body.
So some of the things I don't like, guys, but let's just carry on.
And was boxed out as the adults led him away on a stretcher, you know, and I wasn't
and then
there.
Sat there in the house with him. Remember, they brought his body.
Yeah, I don't really want to hear this bit. You know, let's just go past this little bit. Right on.
And Priscilla's like, yeah, she was a handful.
Yeah.
My other favorite thing is Priscilla talking about, you know, everything being great with Lisa Marie in the days leading up to her death, and seeing her on the red carpet for I believe.
This is very sad what we're going to see now, guys. Come on. We all knew she was unwell. We all remember watching this. I mean, I didn't think she was going to die, but you could clearly see she was very sick. And as far as I know, she didn't want to be anywhere near Priscilla, didn't want to speak to Priscilla. They had fallen out badly. Lisa was threatening her mum with a lawsuit and concerning the film, the Priscilla film that Sofia Coppola was making or had made, was going on to make. Lisa did not want that film made, but Priscilla was determined to go ahead with this film. And this is why Lisa felt she had to sue her own mum. And Riley, in her email, is saying that she prevented there being a lawsuit, legal action from her mum, Lisa, towards her mother, Riley's grandmother. Riley prevented it.
It was the Golden Globes. And well, Baz Luhrmann's Elvis was nominated for a bunch of awards. Lisa Marie was there that night, and anyone who saw this woman on the red carpet knew she was hours away from death. She looked like...
You know, in hindsight, I agree. At the time, we didn't think she was going to die.
Death. Her eyes were vacant. She was clearly on something. She was pale. She was almost gray.
You got to remember, you know, she says clearly on something. Remember, she was in a lot of pain, serious pain, the worst pain you could imagine.
She looked like she was on her way out the door. And Priscilla's version is like, I saw her and Lisa was like, hey, do you want to go get a drink after the premiere? And I was like, sure, yeah, that's what you want to do. Go get a drink with your child who has battled drugs and alcohol the bulk of her adult life.
You know, they say the drugs and alcohol, but again, like Elvis, she was bloody sick. We know she was sick because the complications from that operation were giving her so much discomfort and pain, unbearable, excruciating pain. She must have been on some form of painkillers. Well, you can call them what you want, yeah? She was seriously would have been on very heavy, strong medication, prescription medication from her doctor, just to get to that event, just to get to the Golden Globe Awards. So I don't think it's fair to bring up her battles with addiction in the past, concerning that day. She was sick. She was genuinely sick. We know she was genuinely sick and in pain and in discomfort because she died. She had a heart attack. There was something very wrong with her body, her organs. Yeah? So I don't think it's fair to blame it on addiction. This woman needed help from the doctor, with medication. She needed help to get through the day, just to get to that event, the Golden Globe Awards. Get it, guys?
And you don't notice what anybody who's watching in their own living room notices through a TV screen, a mediated TV screen. This woman looks like death.
Mm-hmm. She did.
It's sad, but she did, guys. Guys, she did. And why didn't the people around her take her to hospital? There was a few people around her. I know Jerry Schilling took her there, and she didn't want to sit with her mum, but I think it was decided it was the right thing to do because of Austin Butler and Baz Luhrmann, and obviously the event. They all knew that they was going to get an award. You know, she didn't want to be sat next to her mum, Priscilla. Lisa didn't want to sit with her. They hadn't spoke for years. Seriously, guys. Scary, all of it.
Look ill. I mean, if you want to take out the wildest claims from this lawsuit, let's pretend that the lawsuit doesn't claim that she ripped Lisa Marie's life support too soon. Let's pretend the lawsuit doesn't claim that she basically is behind the death of Elvis Presley. If all we
Whew. Yeah, so the death of Elvis Presley part, I'd like to know more about that. Obviously, we know that Vernon was very worried there was foul play. Vernon, I must repeat this, because people are trying to say that Donna thought it, that the Presleys thought it. No, it was Vernon. Vernon Presley. I don't know enough to speak on Donna's behalf, on the family members, like Minnie May, Aunt Delta, Uncle Vesta, and the other people that were there. I won't speak on their behalf, but Vernon, 100%, he felt there was foul play on the death of his son, Elvis, 100%.
have to look at is the letter from Riley, her granddaughter,
Mm-hmm.
and reading that word for word, that heartbreak.
Ooh, go and read it, guys. It really does open your eyes, remove the blinkers, and it gets you to really understand the type of relationship that Riley had with her mum. I mean, with her grandmother, yeah, and with Lisa. It's a real eye opener.
I think it tells us a lot about Priscilla Presley's character, and I will never defend this woman ever in my life. I just think she's an awful human based on that one letter alone.
I think Riley.
Well said, Kingsley. So obviously, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, guys. The nerve. These girls have got courage.
Riley Keough is a class act. And I think, it's not for nothing. She was a brand new mother when her own mother was dying. Mm. And the world didn't even know she was a mother until she was shot by paparazzi.
I mean, she's a very private person. We've seen that even now with the second child. I think, is it public knowledge yet that the second child is a girl? But I don't know 100%, guys.
Deplaning for her mother's funeral in Memphis at Graceland, seeing her carrying like one of those little car seats, and it was like, Riley's got a baby, so this is her grandmother. And I think that email, and we'll get into it on another show. It's out there if you want to see it, in which Riley writes, I was heartbroken that you forced me to find lawyers to deal with your bullshit before I could even she was
within 24 hours.
Say that.
I defended you.
After I defended you, but before I could bury my own mother, I could bury.
And yeah, Riley says, I was there for you, Priscilla. I tried to sort things out between you and my mum, and you let me down. You stitched me up.
I believe Riley wrote that email for posterity, knowing that at some point it would have to be made public to make it clear, as politely as she wants to. I think she's a class act. I couldn't do it this way. That her grandmother, it cares about one thing, and that's Elvis's corpse and running Graceland, and that's it.
and she wants to be remembered forever. This is why, come on, this is why Priscilla wants to be buried at the Meditation Garden. She had originally wanted to be buried next to Elvis, but that has changed. I've always wondered why she didn't ask to be buried next to Lisa and Benjamin, her children. But no, next to Elvis is what she wants. Makes no sense. Even when she says, "Oh, you know, Elvis's death was the worst day of my life." No, it should have been Lisa's and Benjamin's. She had divorced Elvis. She wasn't with Elvis. They had split up. She was multiply unfaithful to Elvis. By the time they split up, there was no love there. When she says Elvis was the love of my life, it's ridiculous. Why do the public believe it? Why are the Priscilla fans brainwashed into believing that Elvis was the love of Priscilla's life? They are still, the public, the Priscilla fans are brainwashed into still believing this fairy tale romance, this fake fairy tale romance. This book is a fake fairy tale that never really happened. It went wrong very quickly. Priscilla was unfaithful months after Lisa Marie was born, less than a year after the wedding, and then she does it all again with the karate champion. Why are the public so easily fooled by Priscilla's lies? Everything I say on this show is for entertainment purposes, just an opinion, not fact. Thanks, guys. I wanted to do this again. These two girls, they're not scared to speak their truth, yeah, their version of truth. All of it shocking, upsetting. I could play this 10 times and I could say another thousands and you know, I could comment on this video again and again and again and again and again for weeks, because this is one of the few people, these two girls, this YouTube channel, that actually hits the nail on the head, that is brave enough to get as close to the truth as possible.
To be made public, to make it clear as politely as she wants to. You know, she's, again, I think she's a class act. I couldn't do it this way. That her grandmother, it cares about one thing, and that's Elvis's corpse and running Graceland, and that's it. Do you?
Says it all. Elvis is not the love of her life. Yeah, it's bullshit. Her being buried next to her ex-husband, who she was unfaithful to, and then ripped him off, and then was what's the right word? Did not protect her daughter, Lisa Marie. Put herself first. Priscilla has always put herself first. Always. Even now. I feel so sorry for the hell that poor Lisa Marie went through her life. Thankfully, Lisa also had many very, very happy times. And the public have always loved Lisa Marie. And the Elvis fans, of course, have always adored Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie was so genuine and honest and straight, a real straight talker. And you go and watch any Lisa Marie interview, going way back, she is genuine through and through. Through and through, you really get a sense of her, a sense of Elvis. She's adorable. She's amazing and beautiful. I'm glad these people stand up against Priscilla's bullshit. And this book is an absolute joke. A joke. Don't believe any of it. Same goes for this book. Don't believe any of it. If you want to believe a book, if you want to get nearer to the truth, read this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, Lisa's book. Her words. And this was finished by her daughter, Riley Q, who kept the gory details in there to expose the truth. Riley wanted the truth out there. No matter what you guys may think of Riley, she got the truth out there and has removed Priscilla from the cover. That says everything to me. Anyway, guys, I've got to go. I've got to walk the dog and I've got to go shopping. The wife will be back from work soon. She's going to expect me to do all these things, you know. I've got to do as I'm told, you know. So I wore this hat in honor of Donna Presley and Karen. Thank you so much. I'm not going to wear it all the time. If I do go to the Priscilla event to see Priscilla on the 4th of October, which is Saturday, at 7:30 in Bristol at the Bristol Hippodrome, I'm going to wear this hat to see if I can hide my identity. I'm worried about getting thrown out by security because I am an Elvis defender. I am the front guy of Defending Elvis, and I'm the front guy of Team Elvis. So, guys, do you think they're going to recognize me with this hat on? What do you think? Maybe. Take care, guys. Love you all. I'm going to upload this live. We're going to discuss it. I've still got lots more things to do. I want to definitely do at least one more live. I'd like to do 2, but this is it for the videos. We've done 3 videos today. The live will be next. You know what it's like trying to find the time to do all this. Thank you so much, Donna Presley and Karen. They've been so helpful to me recently. And thanks to these girls. And their channel is called The Nerve with Maureen Callahan. Please subscribe to that channel. It's amazing. Take care, guys. We're out of here. See you later, alligator.